Hi guys, today we're going to read a poem book and it's called A Family of Poems. Wow, it's like a chapter book and it's my favorite poetry for children. It's for children, okay? And it has a poem at the back. My favorite one is on That's So Silly. It's the one with Daddy fell into the pond. That's my super favorite one. The early morning. The moon on the one hand, the dawn on the other. The moon is my sister, the dawn is my brother. The moon on my left hand and the dawn on my right. My brother, good morning. My sister, good night. Me. As long as I live, I shall always be myself and no other, just me. Like a tree, willow, elder, aspen, thorn, or cypress forlorn. Like a flower, for its hour, primrose or pink, or a violet, sand by the sun and with dewdrops wet. Always just me. First fig. My candle burns at both ends, but it will not last a night. But my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. Second fig. Safe upon the solid rock, ugly houses stand. Come and see my shining palace built upon the sand. This is just to say, I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were so delicious, so sweet, and so cold. To PJ, 2 years old, who said, write a poem for me in Portland, Oregon. I'm going to scooch up closer so you can see this one. It's on this page. If I could ever write a poem as beautiful as you, little 2-year-old brother, I will laugh, jump, leap up, and touch the stars. 'Cause you be the poem I try for each time I pick up a pen and paper. You and Moreni and Mungu be our blue book stars that will shine on our lives and make us finally be. If I could ever write a poem as beautiful as you, little 2-year-old brother, poetry would go out of business. Look how it writes. See? Can you read it? The reason I like chocolate. The reason I like chocolate is I can lick my fingers and nobody tells me I'm not polite. Especially like scary movies. 'Cause I can snuggle with Mama, or my big sister and they don't laugh. I like to cry sometimes 'cause everybody says, what's the matter? Don't cry. And I like books for all those reasons, but mostly 'cause they just make me happy. And I really like being happy. You should always be happy. Michael is afraid of the storm. Lightning is angry in the night. Thunder spinks our house. Rain is hating our old elm. It punishes the boughs. Now I am next to 9 years old, and crying's not for me. But if I touch my mother's hand, perhaps no one will see. And if I keep herself in sight, follow her busy dress, no one will notice my wild eye. No one will laugh, I guess. Hope is the thing with feathers. the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. In a different voice. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm. And that could abash the little bird that catch so many warm. I've heard it in the cheerless land, and on the stranger sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Let's scooch back where I was. I must. If you will tell me why the fen appears impassable, I then will tell you why I think that I can get across it if I try. That was super short. The lake isle of Innisfree. I will rise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and the small cabin built there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight saw a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of linnets wings. I will rise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low songs by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's gray, I hear it in the deep heart's core. Has my heart gone to sleep? Has my heart gone to sleep? Has the beehives of my dreams stopped working? The water wheel of the mind ran dry, scoops turning empty, only a shadow inside? No, my heart is not asleep. It's awake, wide awake, not asleep, not dreaming. Its eyes are open wide, watching distant signals, listening of the rim of vast silence. The road not taken. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And being one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grass I wanted wear, though as for that the passing there, he had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to the way. What about it if I should ever come back? I shall be telling this with a sigh. Some are ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that was made all the difference. Psalm 23, 1-6. A psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know what it is? It's from the Holy Bible, King James Version. That's so silly. There was an old man of West Dumpit. There was an old man of West Dumpit who posed a large nose like a trumpet. When he blew it aloud, it attentioned the crowd and was heard through the whole of West Dumpit. There was an old man of Blackheath. There was an old man of Blackheath who sat on his set of Falstaff. Said he was a star, oh Lord bless my heart, I've bitten myself underneath. The little man who wasn't there. As I was going up the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd stay away. Moses. This is my super favorite one. Moses supposes toes are roses, but Moses supposes are honestly. For nobody toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes toes to be. Happiness. John had a great big waterproof boots on. John had a great big waterproof hat. John had a great big waterproof Macintosh, and that, said John, is that. Amelia mixed the mustard. Amelia mixed the mustard. She mixed it good and thick. She put it in the custard and made her mother sick. And showing satisfaction by making loud huzzah, observe, said she, the action of mustard on Mama. Carlos Willie. Willie was athirst for gore, nailed her sister to the door. Mother said with humor, quaint, careful, Willie, don't scratch the paint. To a fellow poet, sir, you're tough, I am tough, but who will ride who's at a daff? Daddy fell into the pond. Daddy fell into the pond. Everyone grumbled. This guy was great. We had nothing to do and nothing to say. We were nearing the end of a dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then Daddy fell into the pond. Everyone's face grew merry and bright, and Timpany danced for sheer delight. Give me the camera, quick, oh quick! He's crying out the duckweed. Click! Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and doubled her up, shaking silently. And the duck all quacked as if they were daft, and it sounded as if the old drake laughed. Oh, there wasn't a thing that did much fun when Daddy fell into the pond. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Their living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. The radio is louder than yours. They celebrate weekends all the week. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. They try to get their parties to mix by supplying their guests with pogo sticks. And when their orgy at last abates, they go to the bathroom on roller skates. And I let the people upstairs want dress. If instead of above us, they just lived under us. From falling in love is like owning a dog. First of all, it's a big responsibility, especially in a city like New York. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love, ain't no one gonna mess with you. Love doesn't like being left alone for long. But come home and love is always happy to see you. It might break a few things accidentally in its passion for life. But you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No. Love can be bad. Bad love, bad. Very bad love. Sometimes love just wants to go for a nice walk and runs you around the block and leaves you panting. It pulls you in several different directions at once, or winds around and around you until you're all wound up and can't move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street, throw things away, and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, loves need love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops. Today is very boring. Today is very boring. It's a very boring day. There is nothing much to look at. There is nothing much to say. There's a peacock on my sneakers. There's a penguin on my head. There's a dormouse on my doorstep. I am going back to bed. Today is very boring. There is absolutely nothing that I think I want to do. I see giants riding rhinos and an orgy with a sword. There's a dragon blowing smoke rings on an impossibility world. Today is very boring. I can hardly yelp but yawn. There's a flying saucer landing in the middle of my lawn. A volcano just erupted less than half a mile away. And I think I felt an earthquake. It is a very boring day. The Empire of Ice Cream. Color roller of big cigars. The muscular one and the big tin whip and kitchen cups, cups and curds. Let the wenches dawdle in such dress as they are used to wear. And let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. Let me find all the sea. The only empire is the Empire of Ice Cream. Take from dresser of deal, lacking the 3 glass knobs that she on which she embroidered ventils. Once it spreads it so to cover her face. If her horny feet protrude, they come to show how cool she is and dumb. Let the lamp affix its speed. The only empire is the Empire of Ice Cream. Some opposites. The opposite of standing still is walking up or down a hill, running backwards, creeping, crawling, leaping off a cliff and falling, turning somersaults in a gravel or any other mode of travel. The opposite of donut. Wait a minute while I meditate. This is easy. I found it. A cookie with a hole around it. What's the opposite of you two? A lonely me, a lonely you. The opposite of a cloud could be a white reflection in the sea, or a huge blueness in the air, caused by your clouds not being there. The opposite of opposite, that's much too difficult. I quit. Animals. We're going to stop right here and take me a rest. And make sure to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Or you can read it alone by yourself. Or read with me. Bye. See you next time.